Hey YouTube, this is MindTech. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you some of the main features of Windows 10 1903 and kind of giving some suggestions if you haven't already updated to a more modern version of Windows, like if you're still on 1803 or below. So the first thing that I really love about this is the refined search interface. Before, both the start menu, Cortana, and the search interface were all combined into this one GUI, and it was really cluttered. I didn't know if it wanted to be a voice search with Cortana or if it wanted to be a very advanced search. And now that's exactly what we get. We have an advanced search. If you want to search like an app, a document, something on the web, or even something more specific, it allows you to do that. On the left pane, it gives you results, and on the right pane, it gives you even more information. You can open it to a location. And to be honest, I've never really gotten a lot of use out of Cortana, so now it's a lot easier to disable the Cortana button and not brick the search box itself, because before when you did that, it just did a little search icon. But this does kind of lead to some instability. Sometimes when I tried to open up the start menu by pressing the start button on the keyboard while the search pane is open, it kind of gives me these graphical errors. This isn't the most polished build of Windows. I've also had some problems when I'm booting the operating system. It gives DLL error, it just spews it out at me, and I don't necessarily know what it means, and it's not really affected the usability of the system, but still not the best to get these kinds of errors. And also Microsoft has just overall refined the UI so it doesn't get stagnant over time, and I absolutely love that. And the first big change is that the taskbar itself is blurred out, and the saturation on the icons have also changed. The File Explorer icon has more depth, and the icons in the File Explorer itself, they're a bit more saturated also. And also when your computer is locked and you go to sign in, the animation has changed and it's a lot more blurry. And in addition, when you want to lock your computer or when you want to change the power of your computer, now you actually have icons next to that menu, and the menu itself has kind of gotten smaller. And I've just noticed all around, like when you tried to highlight stuff in the start menu and the box around the start menu, it's all just different. It's just slightly refined, and that refinement just makes it feel like you're on the latest and greatest operating system. Also, one thing to note is that the downloads folder has gotten a major revision. Kind of a random feature, but it's honestly a whole lot better and something they should have done like 20 years ago. Or when you downloaded a new file, it would just be in a sea of every single other file that you had downloaded. But now it's organized by date. So the file that you download is right at the top, right where you'd expect to find it, right so you can interact with it. And I think that that is just awesome. Also, Microsoft has added some new SysTray programs / icons, so whenever an application is accessing the microphone, it will alert you. And for especially the privacy-minded people, that is really a welcome addition. Isn't Microsoft always accessing the microphone? Windows 10 does take a lot of data. And also, just like Windows 7, whenever you have an update to the box, it'll show that little icon and it'll tell you like whether it's an important update or whether you need to restart. It's just a lot easier to find out when the inevitable random restart, lose all your work thing is going to happen. Gosh, I hate that. And finally, Microsoft has reworked the way that Windows Explorer and the File Explorer work. I import a lot of videos, and a lot of the time that window actually crashed, or I had to restart the entire user interface of Windows. It was very cumbersome, very kind of 1995-ish. It makes the computer a lot more stable. And guys, if you are still running a system below 1803, here are some reasons why I believe that you should update Windows. The first thing is that in the audio interface on the taskbar, you're allowed to change the speaker. I have a pair of headphones and I also have some speakers, and that makes it a lot easier to switch between them. Or you had to go into properties and set it as your default audio device. None of that anymore. All you have to do is click two buttons. Also, they have revised the task view, or it kind of just showed everything that was open. But now they've made it so that apps that were opened previously, like from a month ago, on all of your devices that are signed in under the same Microsoft account, you can actually open up those old applications. And although I haven't really gotten a use out of it, and I actually think that it's kind of creepy and kind of weird, I think that it might be really useful for office workers. Instead of having to, let's say, open up Word to find the document that you had open a week ago, all you have to do is press that that task view button and click on it, and it automatically opens up Word. Also, Microsoft has revised the game bar like dramatically. Before it was just this little bar where you could record your screen or view your clips, but now it's actually something that is customizable and is like an in-game overlay, like what Steam or Origin has to offer. So you can change your audio devices, you can view your computer performance, record straight from there, you can view your captures, you can view your social networks on the Xbox platform, but most importantly, it has support for third-party applications, which I think is revolutionary. So now you can add in Spotify and control your gaming music without even having to alt-tab out to the Windows desktop, go right to Spotify, change the song, and then go back to your game and have all those graphical issues. All you have to do is press Windows key plus G and change it right on the fly. Also, Microsoft added in this Emoji Keyboard that you could get by either pressing Windows key plus semicolon or Windows key plus period. And this is really useful for those people that like to post to social media. Just like a mobile phone, you have access to every single emoji, including hey emojis, without having to search them on the internet. And also, Microsoft improved the task manager by allowing you to view your GPU usage. So this would be really useful for power users who have multiple different GPU intensive applications and they might need to track down exactly which one is really bogging down the GPU. The more things we can view and the more features we have, the better. Please continue to add them, Microsoft. And finally, for everyone out there, Microsoft did add in a pretty good dark mode. There are some inconsistencies, like when you're browsing the internet and in different programs like Audacity, it isn't completely dark, but for the most part, the Windows operating system is completely dark, including your right-click menu, your file explorer, your settings, your start menu. It isn't perfect, but it's good enough to upgrade if you really love dark mode. It's a whole lot easier on your eyes, and I honestly think that it just makes my computer look absolutely amazing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I maybe even convinced you to update your version of Windows, but just make sure to stray with caution. I know for like the last update, it did actually delete files, which was not a good thing on Microsoft's part. I always recommend waiting about a month, but of course I don't take that advice because I'm running 1903. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.